Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's Xplainer. We're talking about the science of aging, mobility, and honestly, keeping your independence for the long haul. Now, we've all heard walking is the absolute gold standard for staying active, right? And hey, walking is fantastic, don't get me wrong. But today, I'm going to let you in on the single exercise that actually beats walking when it comes to keeping you strong and free. Stick with me, because by the end of our time together, you're going to see exactly why this one simple movement needs to be in your daily routine.
So here's a real question we need to ask. Is walking really the best exercise out there for seniors? Be totally honest with yourself for a second. Do you get your steps in every single day, faithfully, but still kind of feel like your legs are a bit weak? Like maybe you feel just a little shaky getting up from a low couch, or your stamina just isn't quite what it used to be. Listen, if that sounds familiar, you are absolutely not alone. Millions of people walk every day, but still deal with joint pain, fatigue, and feeling just a bit off balance.
And that frustration? It's perfectly summed up in this quote. Walking alone does not train the muscles in the way daily life truly demands. Think about the actual physics of walking for a sec. It's a forward motion. One foot is literally always on the ground, which means your legs are really only ever supporting a fraction of your actual body weight. Over time, your body just gets used to it. Walking gets easier, and it kind of stops giving you the resistance you actually need to fight off the natural physical decline that creeps up as we age.
Section 1. The hidden threat, sarcopenia.
This brings us to the biology of aging, and specifically, a hidden threat that walking completely misses. See, walking's biggest blind spot is that it just doesn't push your body hard enough to stop muscle loss. And if we aren't stopping muscle loss, well, we're basically slowly giving up our mobility. That muscle loss has a name. It's called sarcopenia. Basically, it's age-related muscle loss that happens faster than we can rebuild it, unless we actively challenge our bodies. Look, after 60, our hormones drop off a bit, and our nerve signals slow down. If we don't challenge our muscles, they shrink. And I want to be super clear here. Losing muscle as you get older is not a failure of your body. It's just biology. But the good news? It's biology we can absolutely fight back against if we give it the right signals.
And we've got to fight back, because frankly, muscle is life. We're not talking about bulking up to look like a bodybuilder here. We're talking about muscle because it protects your joints by absorbing shock. It keeps your blood sugar stable. It physically holds up your skeleton. But most importantly, having muscle lets you move quickly, catch yourself if you stumble, and live life on your own terms. Believe it or not, the biggest predictor of whether you'll be living independently in your 80s isn't your weight or your cholesterol, it's your leg strength.
Section 2. The ultimate strength secret, the chair squat.
So, if walking isn't quite cutting it for leg strength, what on earth is? Well, it's time to reveal the ultimate gravity-defying, life-extending exercise, the chair squat. Yep, standing up and sitting down from a chair. When you do it right, it's literally one of the most powerful exercises on the planet for folks over 60, and this brilliantly illustrates why. Let's compare them. Walking is forward motion with just partial support, but the chair squat, it's vertical. Every single time you stand up from that chair, you are lifting almost your entire body weight straight up against gravity. Now that is true strength training. You're firing up your thighs, hips, glutes, your core, your lower back, literally the exact same muscles you rely on to climb stairs, get out of bed, and haul those groceries inside.
And the medical community is totally on board with us. Have you ever heard of the 30-second sit-to-stand test? It's a major medical assessment. Studies constantly show that seniors who can do more reps of standing up and sitting down in just a 30-second window live longer, take fewer falls, and keep way more of their independence. To put that into perspective, this one simple little test actually reflects your biological age more accurately than a whole panel of complicated, expensive medical tests.
Section 3. Mastering the form safely.
Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but my knees are shot, or I'm really worried about falling. If that's you, take a deep breath. The chair squat is actually approved by physical therapists as a foundational, super safe rehab movement. You literally have a chair right behind you at all times, so it meets you exactly where your body is today. Let's walk through how to master this form safely, step by step. First, sit on the edge of a sturdy, heavy chair, one that's not going to slide away, with your feet flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart. Next, keep your chest nice and tall and lean just a tiny bit forward from your hips. Third, push firmly down through your heels, and fourth, slowly stand up. Just be careful not to snap or lock your knees at the top. Once you're standing, you just reverse it, slowly bending your hips and knees to lower yourself back down with total control. And hey, when you're just starting out, absolutely feel free to use the armrests for a little extra support.
The golden rule here is that consistency beats intensity every single time. Listen to your body. You should never ever push through sharp joint pain. A little bit of muscle fatigue, that's perfectly normal, but sharp pain is your body's stop sign. Your muscles do not need some grueling, exhausting, hour-long boot camp to get stronger. They just respond best to frequent, gentle reminders that they're still needed. Doing a little bit every day is going to beat an intense workout done once a month, hands down.
Section 4. The chemistry of strength.
All right, let's shift gears slightly and look under the hood. We've talked about the mechanical stuff for your legs, but the internal biology of what happens inside your body when you do a chair squat is absolutely mind-blowing. It's all thanks to something called myokines. Now, what's really interesting about this process is understanding how it works. When you challenge your muscles with resistance, like lifting your full body weight out of a chair, they release these incredible chemical messengers. These myokines travel through your entire bloodstream. They actively reduce inflammation, they improve your insulin sensitivity, and they even cross over to support your brain health. Walking produces a few of these, sure, but resistance movements, like the chair squat, they trigger a massively stronger release.
And honestly, the benefits hit your entire body. Take your cardiovascular system. Lifting your body weight makes your heart work harder, which boosts circulation, oxygen delivery, and your overall endurance. For your nervous system, every single controlled sit-to-stand rep trains your balance and coordination. You're actively teaching your body how to prevent dangerous falls. But we really need to talk about the emotional side. As we get older, the fear of falling can literally make our world shrink. We stop going out, we stop traveling, we stop trying new things. By building strength in a safe, controlled way, you reverse that shrinking. Physical strength literally feeds your emotional confidence.
Section 5. Building your daily habit.
So how do we make this a reality? How do we take this amazing biological hack and actually fit it into our busy lives starting today without, signing up for an expensive gym? The secret is habit stacking. You can knock out a few chair squats right before you sit down for breakfast. You can do them while you're standing in the kitchen waiting for the kettle to boil. You can easily squeeze in a few reps during a TV commercial break, or just tack them right onto the beginning or end of your daily walk. Because when you tie a new exercise to a routine you're already doing every single day, it becomes effortless. And once it's effortless, that's when it becomes a permanent habit.
And here's the best part. It does not take much time. 5. Literally just 5 minutes a day. If you can dedicate 5 minutes a day to practicing this movement, doing it almost every day, I promise you it will completely transform how your body feels in the next 30 days. You're going to notice you don't need to grab the edge of the table to steady yourself anymore. You'll literally feel more power in your step.
As you're spending those 5 minutes, here's how you gently progress your practice safely over time. First, just start with 3 to 5 comfortable repetitions. Easy does it. Second, focus on your breathing. You want to breathe out through your mouth when you're standing up, that stabilizes your blood pressure, and breathe in through your nose when you're lowering back down. Once that feels like a breeze, do not grab weights. Instead, for step 3, just slow down the lowering phase so it takes 3 full seconds. And finally, step 4. Try adding a 1-second pause where you just hover right above the chair before you actually sit down. That slow, controlled tension, that builds incredible joint strength.
I really want you to take this next point to heart. Your age does not define your strength. Your past does not limit your future. It genuinely does not matter if you've been inactive for years or if you've tried to get into an exercise routine before and it just didn't stick. Your body is incredibly intelligent and highly adaptive. It desperately wants to heal and rebuild, but it can only respond to the signals you give it. So give it the signal that strength is still required.
Which brings us to our final thought, and a very direct question for you. Will you take the 5-minute chair squat challenge today to protect your independence? Don't put it off until tomorrow. Start today with just a few careful reps. I'd absolutely love for you to leave a comment down below. Let me know your age and what your current daily routine looks like. And hey, if this explainer gave you a fresh perspective on aging strong, please hit subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming healthy aging guides. Your freedom is absolutely worth fighting for. So go grab a chair and let's get strong.